Hi guys, basically yesterday I recorded a load of footage of my Harry Potter movie marathon and my laptop has corrupted the files. Something's happened and I only have like 3 minutes left left now, so I'm really gutted. Basically yesterday I did the Harry Potter movie marathon going into early hours this morning, 2nd June, and yeah, I reviewed it, the films after, picked my favourite bits and everything, so I'm just going to do that now really quickly. Philosopher's Stone, I love Chris Columbus as a director. I think it's just so magical, and it is really odd to go back and watch the first few films and see how young all the actors are in it, and the cast, and particularly the teenagers, to see how young they are in it. It's just weird. I love the troll bit. That will always be one of my favourite parts, and enjoy just the whole magical feel and going across on the boats, and just it is a strong opening of a wonderful story, and will not be missed. Victoria's Secret, I love Kenneth Branagh's introduction. He goes, well, I can't imagine another actor playing him so well. I think it's truly genius. It's not one of my favourite films. I think it's my second to last favourite. It's like one of my least favourite films. I don't know why, it just is. I love the Fort Anglia. Yeah. Prison of Azkaban is actually one of my favourite Harry Potter films out of the series. It's my second favourite after The Half-Blood Prince. I don't know, I just love it. I love the introductions and orders. I love Sirius Black, Remus Lupin. And I love how dark it is. I think Alfonso Cuarón as a director really did make this film happen, really did make it magical, and it's really exciting to watch. This brings me into The Goblet of Fire. Now, The Goblet of Fire is my least favourite Harry Potter film. I don't know why. I think it was really intended for the cinematic audiences. I don't think it was intended for the fans of the books. It feels really jumpy. You jump from task to task to task. Trying to weave it in would have really helped, but it's just my opinion on it. These next 4 films are some of my favourites. The Order of the Phoenix, I love the introduction of Snape's Henry. That is one of my favourite bits. The Marauders, it ignited a whole world inside of me. Dumbledore's Army, The Order of the Phoenix, and this is where it starts getting really dark and really upsetting for Harry as a person to become, you know, so lonely in this world when Sirius Black dies, and I think that's one of the saddest scenes for me out of the whole series. Guys, so I've finished watching Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and I absolutely love this. I forgot to mention that I love the introduction of Bella Lynch as Lily Lovegood. It's just, I don't know, it's really loving it. I love her as a super fan in the Harry Potter films. I think that's great. I've also finished watching Half-Blood Prince, and I love, one sec, sorry, just putting on part 2, no, Jeff has part 1. I love also in Half-Blood Prince the sort of more comical side to it, but yeah, the dark side, and I think it's hugely setting up the last 2 films, and well, the last book in a huge way. I love Professor Slughorn's Club. I love that. It's just better selling. I think it really needs to be added to the series because it's so dark and grim and depressing. It's just so dark and grim and depressing, and I'm looking forward to part 1 of Deathly Hallows. The wedding a bit annoys me slightly because I don't think the Ron and Hermione stuff is exaggerated, but no, I also love the bit just before Star got Malcolm Man, because I think it's so dramatic and so great. Also, look at my t-shirt. It's so fitting to the moment. So I finished my Harry Potter movie marathon late last night. I'm absolutely exhausted up until about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it is now 8:30. So yeah, functioning on 5.5 hours sleep could be interesting. I just want to talk about the last 2 films. I want to jump straight to part 2 with Snape. Because after watching the film, Snape became one of my favourite characters easily. I think the book, I don't know, I just didn't feel that connection with him in the book, but in the film, I know Alec Whitman really portrayed this love, this, you know, desire, this longing for the Ellen, for Lily Potter, and it was just beautiful to watch. It really was, and yeah, I'm interested in that whole Lily James Snape love triangle, what went on after the owl examinations and stuff. I love the Snape pensive scene in the 7th book, and I love in The Order of the Phoenix the legitimately Snape's worst memory chapter, so that's one of my favourite bits from the whole film. I also think that the deaths weren't done as well as they could have been. I know it's long films, but I just think if you split it into 2, you may as well, you know, give it honourably. I think the way Fred died wasn't done, you know, very well. Remus and Tonks, my sister had to ask me if they were dead. Same as Lavender Brown. I just think it should be made a bit more explicit. I don't know how. Colin Creevey, I think Colin Creevey should have been brought back as well, because my mum cried at that one. Yeah, I don't know, I'd also like to see more of the battle. I know Harry wasn't present for it, but I don't know, I'd like to see more of that taking place for both the Seven Potters and the Battle of Hogwarts. I don't know, you can always criticise these films. There's always going to be bits that fans love and fans hate. Like, I don't like how the burrow catches on fire in the 6th film. I really don't like that, it's not my cup of tea. I also like how Charlie Weasley's missed out, but you know, that is life. I love a bit with Hagrid when he's on the motorcycle with Harry in the Seven Potters. I love that bit. What else do I like? I think the Podjuice Potion part is done really well in part 1. I also like Ron and Hermione, and I think this intensity and this emotion and this hunger and lust for each other really does come across in these last 2 films. I think it's really sweet when Ron asks her to dance and stuff. I don't think that gets put across very well in the film, but the way the camera angles are done, it shows how Ron is staring at Hermione, and obviously thinks she looks very pretty. So yeah, that's that. And a kiss, it's like, oh, it's the moment everyone was waiting for. Like, every Ron Hermione shipper was like, yeah, they kissed. What else do I like? I also like, in a weird way, when Dobby dies is a really huge pivotal moment. I think that was done beautifully. I think it was really well directed, acted, written for the script, and yeah, just everything in that scene. I also don't think the way Pettigrew's death was portrayed very good, but there you go. Those are my thoughts on the last 2 films. I do think they were amazing films, but I think a lot has been cut considering they were cut into 2 films. But anyway guys, I forgot to mention that on my channel I will be doing a Harry Potter fanfiction story a day. I'll leave a link to my fanfiction account below. I'm not very good, you know, these aren't my characters or anything, but practice makes perfect, and I'm hoping it'll help me overall with my writing, so stay tuned for that. Bye guys.